Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be looking at the worst thing someone did / said while angry. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Threw a $3,000 engagement ring that we never found. What happened? Wait, so they were proposing? Or was this after? You know, I want to know the context though. I want to know what happened. I mean, I doubt they would throw the ring during the proposal, you know, so it must have been after they got engaged and then something happened, like they fought or something, and then one of them was like, I'm not gonna get married to you, and threw the ring. That's just my guess. Man, that's an expensive ring. I don't even know if that's expensive. I mean, I think it's expensive, like $3,000, jeez. But I feel like nowadays people feel like that's not as expensive. But I don't know my prices to anything, so yeah. When I was 3 years old, I got into a fight with my grandma. Nobody remembers what it was about anymore, but apparently it ended with me telling her to call me when she dies, so I could come visit granddad. She says she never laughed so hard in her life before. Still, I can't help it but feel kind of bad each time she mentions it. Getting into a fight with a 3-year-old. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I would laugh too, honestly. If I was the grandma, I would laugh too. Call me in your coffin when you die. That means they're not dead, kids. I drew my friend burning in lava with the devil hanging out next to him. I was 9. I got expelled from after school. That's so funny. I don't know, should I find this funny? Wow, what did that friend do to him, huh? I threw a rock at the ground and it bounced into my friend's hand, breaking his pinky finger. Total accident, and I felt like an idiot. Well, it was unintentional. You know, it's not like they got angry and tried to break their friend's finger. Their friend's finger just coincidentally broke. By him throwing a rock, you know. What are the coincidences? That's so unlucky though. Seriously, you're just venting your anger, throwing a rock, and it breaks someone's pinky. That was not how it was supposed to be. You know how as kids we want to show our parents that we're angry and we slam the door or something, or we do things that let them know that we're angry? We thought if they knew we were angry, we would get what we wanted, but nope. It was the opposite. When I was a kid, I wanted a hard-boiled egg one afternoon and my mom said no. I asked why and she just said no. I got upset and went to my room. When she went to take a shower or whatever, I had the brilliant idea of making my desired egg treat with speed and stealth. I took a coffee mug, filled it with water, dropped the egg in and stuck it in the microwave. I forget how long I set it for, but it was long enough for my mom to come back out to the sound of something cooking in the microwave. She asked me to come to the kitchen, which I shamefully did in defeat. Just as she begins to ask me what I'm cooking, the microwave starts to beep. On the third beep, there was this very loud but muffled thump from the microwave. The egg had exploded. The cup had exploded. The microwave was ruined. This wouldn't have been so bad had my family had enough money to replace a microwave and I hadn't wasted eggs. Oh, I mean, I feel like this wouldn't have happened if the mom just gave him one egg. One egg! He just wanted an egg. I mean, since they already did have an egg, why couldn't he eat the egg? You know what I mean? It's not like they didn't have an egg and they had to buy an egg. Like, they already had an egg and you're supposed to eat that anyways. And it's even worse because she didn't tell him the reason why he couldn't have an egg, you know? If she told him why, then I would understand why, if it was a good reason. But she just said no. Can I eat an egg? No. Why? Because I said no. I mean, she could have been like, oh, we're gonna have egg for dinner, so you just wait till dinner. If she was actually going to use that egg. I trashed my house after the doctors told me my mother was dying. I mean, I feel like no kid could take that normally if they heard that, you know. I know I wouldn't be able to take it normally. I can't be calm if this was happening. Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. In middle school, one of my classmates was permanently in a wheelchair. He was also a bit of a bully. He was making fun of me and a friend, and in the middle of it, I said, come on, let's go find some stairs. Come on, let's go find some stairs. He can't get up and bully us anymore. Wait, hold on a second. What? When I was a kid, my sister and I were home alone together frequently because both of our parents worked and I was old enough to babysit. We lived in a house that was too small for all four of us, in a bad neighborhood, and it was permanently dirty old house that was falling apart. So background stress levels were high, just to set the tone. My sister went to a friend's house to play across the street. Meanwhile, I couldn't find my gem doll that I'd got from a friend online and was looking everywhere for it. They don't make gem anymore, so it was a very important doll for me. While I'm looking, my sister comes home and timidly asks for me. Hey, what? So you know how I went over to the neighbor's house to play? Yeah. Her dad got mad at us and ripped the head off of the doll to punish her. But actually, it was the one I brought over and I think it was your doll. So naturally, I lost my mind and tore into her. I was furious. Not only was that my doll, but it was a rare and out of print and already older than either of us. So how dare she steal it from my room and play with it and get it broken? I yelled at her so loud and hard I went hoarse, and she crumbled into tears. I demanded she give me my doll back and not talk to me until mum and dad got home. She collapsed onto her bed and sobbed, and I took the doll back into my room. I looked at it, and it was a grungy old Barbie doll. Oh, it wasn't the gem doll? I felt so guilty for screaming at my sister, and hearing her sob through the walls made me feel like a monster. I'd ripped her a new one over nothing. An old raggedy Barbie with missing hair and chewed up feet. My gem doll was somewhere in my room. She'd never taken it. Eventually, I came out of my room and apologized to her. I explained why I was so mad and what I had incorrectly assumed, and I told her that it wasn't her fault the neighbor's girl's dad was crazy. He later apologized to her and his daughter too, but that made me feel just as bad as he was. It's been over a decade since that happened, and my sister and I have both moved on and have a great sibling relationship, but I still feel so horrible about how I treated her when I was a teenager. I wish I had been more level-headed. Oh my god. I'm just glad that she took her sister out and apologized, you know, because I feel like that's pretty rare, you know, because sometimes you don't want to admit your mistake, and I'm just glad that she did. That's good. You know, explaining and telling her why she was angry and then apologizing. Yo, that's good. I've heard so many stories about sisters getting angry at each other and what they would do. I am so glad I have a brother. I mean, you know, there's also pros and cons of having each sibling, but I do feel like having a sister is also really nice because you can bond with each other differently than the way you bond with your brother. I don't know. I don't have a sister, but like sometimes I wish I did. But then hearing these horror sister stories, I'm glad I don't. I'm like, I wish I had a sister, but at the same time, I'm glad I didn't have a sister. I told my mum I hated her. I was a kid. I absolutely forgive myself for having done it. I've had my own kids do the same thing to me when they didn't get their way. It happens. Kids don't understand. But I know it hurt my mum, and that hurt is still with her today. And I certainly regret it. She did nothing to deserve me saying that. This is gonna make me cry, yours. Yeah, I do feel like when you're a kid, you say things just out of anger and you don't think about what your mum's feeling or what your dad's feeling, you know. You just say it because you're mad. I punched my car door once when my brother wouldn't open it for me. Immediately regretted it once I saw the dent. Also cost me a couple $100 to get that dent fixed. They punched their own car? Oh no, man, they caused a dent. Wow, strong. My brother was in middle school and he biked there every day. I told him that I hoped he got run over. He was hit by a car that very morning and had to be revived 12 times that day. Nobody expected him to live. I've never gotten over what I said. So he lived, right? Because nobody expected him to live, but he actually lived. It was a miracle. Oh my gosh, I'm just glad that he's okay, I hope. When I'm playing video games and get mad and want to smash my keyboard, I jump out of my chair and do some sort of Irish jig or something. I don't know what to call it. To get all that emotion out of me and then sit back down and everything is normal again. What the heck? I'm so mad, gotta dance. That's hilarious. Ran away from home. I was 10. I gathered some blankets and snacks, then headed to a mountain's resting place. I rode a bus for 2 hours, then hiked up a mountain to the resting area my dad and I used to enjoy ramen cups. There was a generator nearby which kept me warm. I drank water at the spring. Some campers even gave me food since there was a large camping ground a bit lower to the mountain. After 3 days, I just went home because I really had to poop. but I did not want to poop in the woods. They went, whoa, yo, they went home after 3 days. They even knew the way home. That's pretty smart for a 10-year-old. I mean, I feel like I would know the way home, but like I wouldn't know how to catch a bus. Because my parents were so overprotective, they would never let me catch public transport anywhere. Like they would drive me everywhere. So if this happened to me and I ran away from home, I would probably be gone. So that is so bad though. Don't run away from home, kids. Don't do it. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time.